Beach with Halftime Howie, and now I want to give it up. My good friend does a great job over at Long Beach Reach, Steve Vaccaro, and Steve has a special guest. He's going to interview a very inspirational person in his own right here in Long Beach. Take it away, Steve!
Thank you, Howie. As a school psychologist over the years, I can recognize great clinical skills, and my guest tonight, Warren Schiffer, represents that. He's a recent Fordham graduate for Masters in Social Work, and he's actually the co-founder of Wings Over Wall Street. This is his 11th year. So, Warren, just explain about the things that you do for Wings Over Wall Street.
Thanks, Steve. First of all, I'm honored to be on the show, and it was amazing to sit around and listen to all the other guests and some of their inspirational stories and the good causes that they're all fighting for. So what we do at Wings Over Wall Street specifically is we raise money for ALS research. And so a lot of people aren't really sure what ALS is. And that stands for amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. And most people know it, if they know it at all, by the name Lou Gehrig's disease. And so I'm the co-founder of the event. And we started the event back in 2001. And this is going to be our 11th year. And so, if it's okay with you, I'll just talk a little bit about, kind of where this all came from. And so, quite a number of years ago, over 10 years ago, I was out actually walking with my wife, and all of a sudden she had trouble controlling her foot. And of course, you never think it's something really terrible. You think, oh, maybe it's a back problem or maybe a nerve issue or something like that. And so, fast forward, things got worse, and we tried to get some information about, what's going on. And eventually, we were told the terrible news that my wife was diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease. So for some of you out there, part of the reason I'm here, I wanted to let you know, this is ALS Awareness Month, May. And so ALS is a degenerative neuromuscular disease that basically kills everybody. And I would love to be, especially here at Halftime Howie's, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to Jen talk about doing the triathlons and raising money to get that early detection so people can be cured. And so the challenge we have in the Lou Gehrig's world, in the ALS world, is that even today, with all the things that are going on, people are dying every day, and it's a fatal disease with no cure. And truthfully, there's one FDA-approved drug, and it's really, really ineffective. It provides very, very little lengthening of life. So what we're trying to do at MDA's Wings Over Wall Street is raise awareness and raise money to fund research. And we fund the Packard Center for ALS Research at Johns Hopkins, an amazing facility, amazing research center, the cutting edge. The Eleanor and Lou Gehrig's ALS Center for Research here in New York and Columbia, and the MDA, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's ALS initiative. And all this is driven by the passion that people have for fighting this disease. And for those like myself who stood helplessly by and watched a vibrant, beautiful young woman slowly become quadriplegic, be on a ventilator, and die from this horrible disease. As you can imagine, this is really personal, and I hope you'll all visit www.wingsoverwallstreet.org, see what we're up to. Our event is September 22nd at Gotham Hall in New York City. We have kind of a grassroots event, Wings Bar Night, July 13th at the Public House in New York. And there are lots of ways to get involved. I appreciate your time. Sorry I'm going on here, but thanks so much for the opportunity.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, well done.
And Tracy, quick question. My Bruins going to win the Stanley Cup.
Oh, that just put me on the spot there, Howie, but I can tell you they're my pick to make it to the finals. I'm going to get into the playoffs in just a second. First of all, the New York Islanders are not the only team in danger of moving. The Atlanta Thrashers and the Phoenix Coyotes have had similar financial issues. However, the fate of the Phoenix Coyotes is in the hands of the city of Glendale, Arizona tonight. The city is going to vote whether or not to pay the NHL $25 million in order to keep the team in Arizona for another year. Glendale just worked over $25 million to the NHL to subsidize the loss of roughly $37 million from last season. This team is bleeding money. A yes vote keeps the team in Arizona for another season. And then they have time to finalize a pending sale. A no vote would likely see them move back over to Winnipeg, where they came from.
Wow.
All right, playoffs. Here we go. My favorite time of year. I actually went 6 for 8 in my picks in the first round. I'm 2 for 4 in the semifinal. The Eastern Conference teams will definitely be the better rested teams when it comes time for the final, as both teams to make it to the conference final swept their opponents. Howie's Boston Bruins swept the Philadelphia Flyers, but the Bruins fans didn't dare assume it was over. And remember last season when the Flyers came back
talk about that.
3-0 deficit to eliminate the Bruins.
Revenge is.
It's no real surprise that the Bruins won this series, but I certainly expected a better series. I did just find out that 6 of the Flyers do need surgery. We're playing very hurt. The big surprise, however, was the Tampa Bay Lightning swept the President's Trophy winning Washington Capitals. I did pick Tampa Bay in that series, but would have never imagined a sweep. The Capitals finished first in the league, but that doesn't mean anything. Out in the West, Vancouver eliminated the Nashville Predators last night in 6 games. I did pick the Predators over the Canucks, since Vancouver historically has second-round issues and usually can't make it out of there. The Canucks are now awaiting the winner of the San Jose-Detroit series. The Sharks are in Detroit right now looking to close out the Red Wings. Of course, Detroit trying to be the 4th team in NHL history to come back from a 3-0 deficit. No score at the end of 1. That's a hockey spin with Tracy Lynn. Oh wait, I got Boston and San Jose in the final.
All right, I love it.
See you next week.
Check out Laura on the beach, but first, Relay for Life, Shannon Romig. Shannon, tell us about the big event coming up on the 14th here in Long Beach.
Thank you, Howie. We're all really excited for the event this weekend. We've been fighting for months, so it's this Saturday. It's at 7 to about 11:30 p.m. It's still not too late to make teams. I think together in Long Beach we've raised about $22,000 so far, and our goal is $30,000, so hopefully we can get it by Saturday. We had a really successful volleyball tournament at Long Beach High School yesterday. We raised over $500, so it's looking really good for Long Beach.
Time it starts on
7 o'clock this Saturday.
till?
11 or 12.
To where? At where?
Long Beach Middle School.
All right. Let's give it up. All right, we'll close the show. Steve, Chris, we're all excited about the Aura, and when people go to Aura, they're going to have a great time.
Thank you very much, Howie. We're looking forward to having everybody down from the beautiful city of Long Beach, full-service salon and spa, and as a courtesy to everybody out there listening for the Howie Show, we're going to give everybody 20% off if you come in and mention Howie. Thank you very much.
All right, we've got a lot of inspirational guests tonight. We want to thank all our guests. I want to thank Peckman and Schaefer. A lot of inspirational people, but unfortunately, we're out of time. So let's wrap with this. My name is Halftime. I want to thank you for your time.